Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on the ChaddyTheChump channel. It's been a while, it has been a while. I've been pretty busy, right? I went to the Sidemen charity match, right? That was pretty good. I also went to Fury Mount Movie of the week before. We did do a video about that. And last week, we didn't really get a fight, really. We got a small one in Jarrell Miller versus Pero, but we didn't get a big fight. So we're back, finally. A big boxing weekend is ahead of us in all continents, right? 3 to be exact. Asia, Europe, and America, North America. So we're going to talk about the Asian one in this video. We've also got 2 others coming out of the 2 other fights. The Asian one is probably the biggest fight of this weekend if you just want to talk about, you know, how many people are going to be watching, what is on the line. And it is Inoue taking on Nakatani in probably the biggest Japanese fight I can think of, right? Of course, I've not been a fan of the sport for decades, right? Maybe there is a bigger Japanese fight, but 2 Japanese fighters going at it in the Tokyo Dome. Everyone in Japan's going to be watching this one, and it's a big fight, right? Flashback to December 27th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where both of these guys fought on the same card, and that was to set up this fight night Inoue Nakatani. Now, I'm surprised Ring Magazine aren't involved in this fight, really, or Riyadh Season. I haven't really seen much. I haven't really seen much from maybe the promotion side. Maybe it'll get bigger throughout, you know, the week. But I guess in Japan, this fight is a massive fight. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be Inoue's and Nakatani's toughest test, right? It's 2 guys who, you know, are up on that pound for pound list. Who's better? Who's the better Japanese fighter? Who's the best Japanese fighter in the world? And maybe who's the best pound for pound fighter in the world just in general, right? Because whoever wins this, they're going to be up there. Probably the winner of this is going to be, you know, talked about for pound number 1. Inoue right now in a lot of people's pound for pound number 1. I've still got Usyk there, but as Usyk, you know, grows older and maybe eventually retires, Inoue will probably be that number 1 pound for pound. But Nakatani, he's coming for the throne, right? He's coming for the throne. Both of these guys, brilliant to watch, technically great fighters. But is Nakatani good enough to beat Inoue? I think that's the narrative going into this fight. Is Nakatani good enough to beat Inoue? We know how good Inoue is. We know that Inoue can outbox, you know, almost every single fighter that he will fight. But is Nakatani, is it going to be the same? Is it going to be the same? I do think it is, right? And I kind of want Nakatani to win. I want something different because Inoue's been talked about for loads. But I want to see a great fight, and I just don't think Nakatani has enough to beat Inoue. Flashing back to December 27th, we saw Inoue outclass Picasso, right? It was easy. It was an easy night's work. Whereas Nakatani did get, you know, taken into deep waters against Sebastian Hernandez. And I think that although Hernandez is a tough opponent still, right? He is a tough opponent. It's one of them where, shouldn't you be outboxing this guy? Would Inoue just outbox Sebastian Hernandez? Probably would, maybe would. I am going to predict now anyway, and that's kind of the safe bet, and I've not been doing that as of much recently, and I've gotten a few predictions wrong for that, but I just think Inoue is going to outbox Nakatani. I just think that But I want to see a great fight, and I think we will see an unbelievable fight in Japan. I bet the hype there, I bet they're hyped for it, right? Tokyo Dome. You don't get this often, right? It's going to be a sensational fight, and I just do think Inoue will take the win. Will it be by knockout? No, this fight probably hasn't got knockout written on it, especially for the magnitude of the fight, unless one really outclasses the other, which I don't think will happen. The winner after this will go on to... I mean, what do you even go on? Because this is the fight, right? So where do you even go on? I'm not quite sure. Of course, that Bam Rodriguez versus Inoue, I know the weight's a bit different, but that would be an insane fight. Bam's fighting on June the 13th, right? That would be great, but we'll talk about that after the fight. But yeah, I can't wait for this one, right? In Japan, it's going to be around 2 PM British time, so Japan time will be normal, and in the US it will be like early morning in the US. So I'm looking forward to it, and it's just the start of a massive day for boxing. Make sure you watch my other videos, because we're going to be talking about Walker versus Eggington in Wolverhampton, and the monster Benavidez versus Zurdo Ramirez, which is an insanely great Cinco de Mayo fight in Las Vegas. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.